Friends, as you know, Plain-Leach adsorption isotherm is not valid at high pressure. This difficulty was overcome by Langmuir in 1916. He proposed various assumptions as first, the adsorbed gas behave ideally in vapor phase. That means PV is equal to RT. This equation is satisfied by adsorbate molecules. Second one, only monolayer is formed by the adsorbed gas. So according to this postulate, multilayer formation is not considered in Langmuir adsorption isotherm. So this limitation is overcome by BET equation that we will discuss in fourth part of adsorption. The third postulate, the surface of solid is homogeneous. That means same affinity for all adsorbate molecules. Then fourth, there is no lateral interaction between adsorbate molecule. That means neither force of attraction nor force of repulsion. Then fifth postulate, the adsorbed gas molecules are localized. That means that adsorption is not moved around the surface. The process of adsorption is a dynamic process and it consists of two opposing processes. First is condensation process. It involves condensation of molecule of the gas on the surface of the solid, which is nothing but adsorption. And evaporation process. It involves evaporation of molecule of adsorbate from the surface of adsorbent. Evaporation of adsorbate molecule, which is nothing but removal of adsorption. That process, it is known as desorption. Now let us discuss derivation of Langmuir adsorption isotherm. Let unity is the surface area and theta is fraction of total surface covered by gas molecule. Then 1 minus theta fraction of total surface will be available for adsorption. Now here rate of condensation, it is directly proportional to 1 minus theta, that is surface available for adsorption, and pressure of gas. So therefore rate of condensation is directly proportional to 1 minus theta. Since here directly proportional, so if we do equal to, then we must take a proportionality constant. So therefore rate of condensation is equal to K dash into 1 minus theta into P, where K dash is proportionality constant. Then see here, rate of evaporation is directly proportional to theta because theta is the adsorption. So maximum is the adsorption, maximum is the desorption. That's why rate of evaporation is directly proportional to theta. Again, equal to, that means we have to take proportionality constant. So suppose here proportionality constant is K double dash. So here rate of evaporation becomes equal to K double dash into theta. Now at equilibrium, rate of condensation is equal to rate of evaporation. So here rate of condensation is K dash into 1 minus theta into P, which is nothing but equal to rate of evaporation, which is K double dash into theta. So solve this equation. So we get theta is equal to K dash P divided by K double dash plus K dash P. Now extent of adsorption, it is directly proportional to theta because theta is the adsorption. Therefore x by m is directly proportional to theta. Again we take proportionality constant as K triple dash here. So therefore x by m is equal to K triple dash into theta. Now put value of theta from equation 2 in this equation 3. So we get x by m is equal to k triple dash into k dash p divided by k double dash plus k dash p. Now divide both sides by k double dash, so you get equation like this. Then let us suppose that k1 is equal to k triple dash into k dash divided by k double dash, and k2 is equal to k dash upon k double dash. Rearrange this equation, we get equation like this. Then again rearrange, so you get equation number 5. Now this equation is known as Langmuir adsorption isotherm, which is also written like this as equation number 6, which is known as another form of Langmuir adsorption isotherm. Here difference is that instead of x by m, here v upon vm is taken as adsorption. Now let us discuss why x by m is constant at higher pressure, which is nothing but limitation of Freundlich adsorption isotherm. So here we take 3 cases. Case 1, when P is very low. So you see equation. So according to this equation, if P is very low, then K2P is too much less than 1. That means K2P is neglected as compared to 1. Therefore this equation becomes x by m is equal to K1P, which is similar to straight line equation y is equal to mx. So here value of intercept is 0, and that's why we get a straight line passing through origin. That means if pressure is very low, then if we plot a graph between x by m versus p, we get a straight line passing through origin. Then case 2, when p is very high. So in this situation, this K2P, it is too much greater than 1. Therefore, 1 is neglected as compared to K2P. So this equation becomes x by m is equal to K1 upon K2, which is nothing but equal to constant. So at higher pressure, x by m is constant, which was limitation of Freundlich adsorption isotherm, because Freundlich adsorption isotherm can't explain why at higher pressure x by m is constant. So this Langmuir adsorption isotherm explain this fact. Then case number 3, at moderate pressure. So at moderate pressure, Freundlich adsorption isotherm is verified. That means x by m is equal to k into p raised to power 1 by n. So by taking logarithm on both sides and solving, we get log x by m is equal to log k plus 1 upon n into log p. That means if a graph is plotted between log x by m on y-axis and log p on x-axis, then we get a straight line. That means Freundlich adsorption isotherm is verified at only moderate pressure. Now how to validate Langmuir adsorption isotherm? So according to equation 6, P divided by x by m is equal to 1 upon k1 plus k2 upon k1 into P, which is similar to straight line equation y is equal to c plus mx. That means if I plot a graph between P divided by x by m versus P, then we get a straight line with slope 1 upon k1 and intercept 1 upon k1 into. Now these are the limitations of Langmuir adsorption isotherm. First one is that Langmuir postulated that saturated value of adsorption is independent of temperature, but it is found that it is actually falling off with raising temperature. Because as you know, adsorption isotherm means relationship between amount of adsorption and pressure at constant temperature. But since here Saturated value depends on temperature. That's why this is limitation of Langmuir adsorption isotherm. Then Langmuir assumed that only monolayer formation is possible, but multilayer formation is also possible. This limitation was overcome by BAT equation that we are going to discuss in the fourth part of adsorption. Then last limitation is that this theory cannot explain all 5 types of adsorption isotherm.